finally, over the past few days, Muhu said pictures be echo viral on social media. Apparently, a Emrantie Mienubia, a free South Africa, eba Ghana, na omoye Emrantie Mienu, omoye couple. In the can say a gay couple, Emrantie Mienu, omunsrade emfere de. Bengazi wenya video no enti ye de air toso na mahwe omoba Ghana house no mono omani mu omodwe yen historic monument of huge significance enti Oko Independence Square, the Independence Arc, the actual freedom and justice e was no omuni omo pictures ni enti emema mienu ba almost ba ko yo ba na ba ko ye be ma wa ena omu free Independence Square no mo sign call Kwame Nkrumah mausoleum bon she ena chese omo sign call Osherford prison chese omo ye omadwen se statement omo de count omo kiremu a show of defiance because omo who said Ghana ha independence struggle ne sha ase wa ha e ha nso ena ye mra ye di etia LGBTQ for nti omo no mo ba be kire Ghana for se masa omo no matoto omo ni are omo ni mu omo dwe ena omo aba enti after pictures in the video ne call viral no and mu tie no ba YouTube a live stream no ube hu video no emea omo kokọ e go de omo beji omo ni yankasa omo koya akọ Every gardens nyina mrantie yi ekọ na emema mienu a mono in mo relationship no mo se ba akọ ye oba e na ba akọ ye bema na mo amoji tun se wo se ba akọ ye oba na ba akọ ye bema de a na de mo ye mema mienu a ye den chale nti omo nie ohwe ntare ye hye boys na mo de ba kroma a ntare no kra ye abufuo sin bibia you know ena omo de ben nanam kroma nti Eba ne sare na amanfo sha ase Honorable Sam George was quite vociferous in pushing the proper family values bill no in the last parliament. Na almost as see ade na ban ba no waye kom kakra ewo ho you know. Enti ono nso eba be ye post ewo Facebook after say asemno eba to the attention in the mekan ni post no na afi ya hwese de nioma esi eko very interesting stuff inti enra ena the honorable MP for Ningo Pram eye post way or say I've just returned to Accra from Ho in the Volta region where I attended the climax of our successful Girls in ICT program. I have seen numerous tags and posts about the abhorrent disrespect of our culture and values by two, quote, useless individuals. The disrespect of our national symbols is despicable, to say the least. However, I am shocked to see apologists of the NPP calling on me and demanding action. What a shameless lot. We are where we are today without a strict legislation on these ills because former President Akufo-Addo failed and blatantly refused to sign the Family Values Bill into law after Parliament of Ghana and the courts had cleared the bill. You defended the immoral stance of President Akufo-Addo then, and today you want to pontificate. How dare you? I have, along with my colleagues in Parliament, resubmitted the Family Values Bill. It has gotten Mr. Speaker's approval and should be laid for first reading any moment soon. The values, morals, and innocence of our children must be protected. I will demand that President John Dramani Mahama sign the bill when we get it passed again. My position has not changed, but I despise hypocrites. Law enforcement must identify the two miscreants in the viral photos and apply the full rigors of existing laws on them. for God and country. In the way Sam Jata George, ni poster or on this viral video and pictures. Na yegusu aye kasa no, the member of parliament for Old Tafo, Ekosiisen tasefua, actual petition akoma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or say petition to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on the desecration of Ghana's sacred monument by homosexual activists. With a heavy heart and deep concern, I write to you not just as a citizen of Ghana, but as someone deeply troubled by a disturbing development that has caused immense pain to many Ghanaians across the country. In recent days, images have circulated showing two homosexual individuals taking deliberate photographs at the Independence Square and the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. Sites that represent not only our freedom, but our national pride and the sacrifices of our forefathers. These spaces are sacred. They are not to be turned into platforms for promoting acts that are fundamentally alien to our cultural, moral, and religious values. This is not just a social issue, it is a moral affront and a spiritual insult to the conscience of our nation. I speak with grief because what happened is not just a photo opportunity, it is symbolic of a creeping agenda to normalize what the overwhelming majority of Ghanaians reject as immoral. Worse still, it took place at Independence Square, the very ground that marks the divine hand of God in granting us freedom as a people. The ground has now been defiled. Your Excellency, you gave your word to the Christian Council, the Catholic Bishops' Conference, and to all who care deeply about our nation's moral future. You promised that if elected, you would sign into law the proper human, sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill. Many of us took comfort in that promise, but promises must now give way to bold action. People say the NPP government failed to act. The failure, they argue, was part of the reasons they were voted out. You now have the chance to prove that your leadership will not only be different, but will stand for something higher, a defense of our spiritual and cultural integrity. I am pleading with you, Your Excellency, let your voice be heard now. Condemn what has happened. Speak to the nation. Reaffirm your commitment to upholding our values. And more importantly, take swift legislative action to ensure this never happens again. If Parliament and the Executive were able to pass the Doomsaw levy and a certificate of urgency, surely the moral defense of this country deserves the same urgency, if not more. We cannot sit by and watch our national symbols hijacked for an agenda that offends the conscience of this nation. This moment is not political, it is spiritual. It is about the soul of Ghana. And I urge you in the name of the God who gave us this land to act in defense of our people's values and beliefs. May God bless you with courage, and may God bless our beloved Ghana. Yours faithfully signed, Honorable Vincent Ekosiisen Esquire, MP Old Tafo constituency. Ekosiisen petition or the Akoma president enono. Yentie we mraye ba would get to speak to him na fe yatoa so edi discussion segment na abrem and yebenya nana ya atempem jantoa e wo studio ha or a presidential staffer and a Sampine a former mayor Kumasi. Yentie we mraye ba yedi nkomo sta say former mayor of Kumasi, the Honorable Sampine abekansa e wo studio ha. Mamema na kwa aba na afei yemfa yenkomo no into me and shesheso. Honorable akwa aba na bibia boko.
Nyamya do obi bibia boko se de akosino no. Some way. Adom
Kumasi boko de.
Kumasi boko omo se minchia no muti o papa na. Se omo se yakase Ekosiisen obi mu de beba Kumasi se de enka no na mo traditional station na mo de fa. Omo se ache. Omo se ebinum ho se me ma menum na se fo omo nim abefo kwan no nti omo de onyan radio bi na se ochim to ho a nti omo se adom asemom de asoma me no
ye tie omo so frɛ nyame adom the month of July ye station will come ase a omo be fe Ekosiisen live.
That's
all. We me ma won kasa mbre ko.
And today dey to be kura meet me akotra hostess me ba na afi amalenk me ba the society.
Yes, in the station will come ase a July will be in Kumasi to launch the partnership no na o ma start ya Ekosiisen live. Enti no de Kumasi fo nyina Ashanti region fo nyina no already your stations were Ashanti region. Unse okọ Agogo. Aha, your station you will be wo Ejora. Aha, mo fa Ekosiisen and Akomadan. Yes, and so your station mo fa Ekosiisen but we you can say greater Kumasi there. You need station be our and we ne big deal my in the next month ye demo Kumasi.
That's what Edamasi obi. Into na ye champion no. E kan na ne we kura say Ekosi kan champion. We champion papa obi champion kasa.
So bansema sisi some the BSC one pictures here making rounds to social media. South Africa for obi ya see omo gay for omo bi twa pictures.
Woni obi. And some be my yancha mamini kan cheche for na mpaye ombo ma yan nyame de na so ache yan na echia won pa eda wase no bibia obi the year on the last 3 weeks me ba ha me kan sem bi say tema president Kufuor ye president enkrofo bi nya no kasa krom ha pa ebi ya sofo ebi ya hemfo ebi academia ebi civil society
civil society
organizations
CSOs
ebi say your opinion leaders ebi so omo your party activists
yes
ebi si kwan you fight for Ghanaians and me hu ba ko watimi polishing it hu no share designer trainers the jeans are watching crazy jeans bi na muntokuro no enyagro obia yedin hwe yeda ko sori ni atope electricity na no de enya 14% no
yes nansen
when we
5 no yes
o masa tunsuom
second one with insuom count insuo is 0 by
me can so no so tunsuom 4.7
sure
esa tun biem yen kan hwe enna me no ka say a headmaster for na sifo a wo mo share wo mo bo ene be makotonua ne ka say president Mahama ko gina to be so yamade en kra mo be kwa akoto ni momoni na mja be yaduane no ene ehun komodie no etisen yesi ekofa private schools abeka free SHS so
yes
when ne be fa ho ka when ne be tua teachers ne ka ehun komodie no etisen ye chinkrofo na no Bank of Ghana such a sacred institution ye nipa be 150 adi na governor no etinya be ka kire say wo mo after probation no wo mo meet standards be standard ben ye den na nipa no wanyi na di anwia dade na na assign employee nipa foforo ye den okuje to ablakwa onu na see na no say the same 36 e kan kire say na 32 e kan kire say me say ni passing standard o
okay
ni pa bia say 32 e see kan kire say so bi na bamu aban pani president ni vice e ko full private jet or be resign o say ko gu yenum ase e wo Washington e to embassy for 4 days e hu sunsan so and some bebre teacher for o ma ya adwuma ye se ntu o muka o ma ko ministry ni amama twofo akobu o mo soldier proceed macho
SWAT and ko ma
na nya macho for
o mu pia o mu ko o ma chi o ma amu
wa have videos ni bi akwa no ade ne se ko wo ba ko ani se mumu ye teacher for no yes mo nko man ko we are going to deal with you
say no nchese wapo no
sabu deal with you na Kenya o mo de kum nipa nwotwe nra no Nti ye no man free ho a. Sen ko mbebu bia kumbi. And this is the country. Mo ba ye mo kan se obi dia ye galamse mame ye be kan se me ye galamse wa bra nye no kre. Ya same so ye buy the na watwe Sam George or see President Kufuor fa na watwe on declare state of emergency or fa na watwe clear and na kohwe me concession kohwe send this for a tunkrofo akoguso am ye galamse
legal concession.
yes and me nye so adwuma no a wo be ka kire me say o man na ye galamse no wo so all of these woman na e kasa emia ya no ye this gay niema LGBTQ sem hwe wo maka edi President Kufuor atem say ya bill no ya
on sign
na nye act meboa ede yen Ghana your symbol of unity your symbol of nationhood the spirit of Ghana act na si ho no a efi Kwame Nkrumah mreso adia e da stamp so when stamp we throw letter the stamp is so that and when you akurasa e what stamp so
yes
na wo makogina memma mienu enye so mkogina ho keke o wo mkoye video I say wo mo ko afufra pictures na mo twa no friends
photo shoot
no mo baby bridal shoot and pre-wedding photo shoot. One call pre-wedding photo shoot. Tiponkoso, ye fear no, ye kuta Ghana flag.
No cry say
Ghana flag. No much me a culture say, woman say Ghana de hajo. And we no mo de baha. Ghana e hajo. And we no mo de baha. Na yenya president. Vice President, ministers. No, I don't feel ya send your baby yanui.
Dear
Felix Kwachi, Futukachi,
yes.
Kwachi Futu.
Yes.
Woman who I know my uncle for no more.
Oh, my who saying, sir,
America.
The special advisor on diaspora affairs, sir, almost shame. So much who a quite crank of funny fast who real chroma and Sanio Manina.
We see. As some of you anyway. Come out to condemn it. Come out to condemn it and catch out with you today. On your criminal. Kwame Bokro no, William sir. Minim a quite fast remu, so rem legally. Na dem po na church o me Ghanaians
so me South Africans so we many ma
wanim ne de kana me din pine no enye British name
maybe our great grandfather be a British
oh be animu de fan cancer mo
na me ntare we kwa the science share your pictures so ntare bi o ma say
as I'm coming to America you know obi ani blijem ne de si no na yanyam panufo ti krum ha obi aduana no na nanom asofo agigina mu di Akufo ado atem wo gain sem ho e de na o maka fa we sei ho ana wo munhuni ana wo munti so munhuni wo munti ya ye de afidie we ka kire o se de ekoso di wo mu di fin akaman no Yanim san krofo ye enu ti na omde ka to am kwahihia ho mra no meboa
yes
na say publicly ayakofa o my Ghana symbols any your flag a president here kwa esi ni ka anim e bom from tu yakwa World Cup yakwa Olympic Games, All African Games, Commonwealth Games, World Championship. Your teams, you know, ekuta that symbol of a nation. Wamudi kokita. Not that no man uses South African flag. So me the South Africans. Why would they use the Ghana flag? Tim Ponkoso. Now there any can a dilutu or masem say just behind them. Not Ghana ni bar or ni Ghana ni bema and so take wedding pictures.
Oh.
And to see the comparison. Inti ye kan den. Me pede na nya adwanto abo be kan about this.
Na ya adwanto.
Aye. Do be kan because LGBTQ plus no semba no. Miti do kan yo. Afei se mom se omo peja bill no akodane ani. Yes I know kai.
O ma sign the Akko house. In fact, Akko house or back through the same MPs na sponsor, you know.
Yes.
O ma sign the Akko earlier no man penye ka say he wants it to be a government bill. Said the bottlenecks are a private members bill.
Bottlenecks are government bill. Here plastic bottle, say 12 bottle, say black flash bottle, bottlenecks, you know. Any day. Onu na see, onu de osusu say enka yen fantity ye emra ye syllabus num yen fantity wo mo. Family values. And yes I know kai. Only interested in the bill. As I'm not kind no, that singular statement, you know, rubbishes everything about the bill. Don't know, not doing it all. Yen Casantra woman. Yen Casantra woman. Into your be a appalling. A good man who fee. Now, one way Casai, no. Woman sorrow me who I don't want to describe them, say, woman yen for. And now I'm in Pessamecas, woman yen no quar for. And now I'm in Pessamecas, woman the authority and normally a year Kufadu near MPP Abansa. That's a Yakuma Mupa, and he said no Musron Yame, and so Mudin no cray, no more principles. Our integrity, a mred to serve a pan at some sorry casa. The name of Koso. Enunti na media phobi agye gina mu say yen ka ban we asem na yen MPP e opposition ye fi asem na no ye national issue wo mo ye titi esika tu o muka wo mo ye to petrol gu o muka mu wo mo ti first class and second class e tu kwan koba wo mo asem de mo nka me sampan na makomi cashew afuo mu akopti nsam so na hihye me no me to me cashew na me koto me bia one bottle de ne mo beba beka ye can obi momenko enko omonim say ye hwe won no man no nya nipa ba ko for na chichire.
Very well. Enti honorable Sampine and the attending can also watch in 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. Ubetimi de wajin channel abre we say Obi good evening. Please today don't allow Nanaya Jantua more time to talk, and also don't allow her to make wild allegations without any evidence, please. Emmanuel Ena Udiwe Aba Emmanuel Yadase. Obi, good evening. My name is Ni Fadi Kweno, aka Obiba Storo of Osu Alata. Kindly send my condolences to the family of Ajoa Gifty, aka Mrs. Gifty Kweno, who lost her mom, Auntie Afi Asari. Burial will be on the 5th of July 2025 at Trinity Presbyterian Church, Mampong, Equiapem. Thank you. And thank you to my brother. We say, good day, Obi. The Bible says, do unto others as you want others to do unto you. The Chief Justice sat down for Domelevo to be eliminated, to be removed through rough tactics. And now she's crying about rough tactics. Amankus ewo Milton Keynes in the UK. We say Obi. Okay. I completely agree with General Mosquito on the issue of Jean Mensah and her lieutenant not being fit for purpose in any serious environment. People are assessed based on KPIs. From what we have seen so far, Jean Mensah and her lieutenant have a track record of denying at least a constituency a representation during major elections through their incompetence. Prosper or Dakoman ewa in Kraiha. Okay. We say Obi, I really enjoy your show. Keep the good work up. kindly remind His Excellency JDM that the opposition party and Ghanaians as a whole are watching and waiting for him to fulfill his promises made, particularly on the Galamsey menace. He shouldn't disappoint us. We trust him and are always behind him. Greetings to my family in Elubo in the Western region. Culture from United Kingdom, London specifically. Ena Odiweyefi Abre Yadase. We say, hi Obi, I am Seidu from Sola. I want to ask whether the EC has paid workers in the past 2024 election. The last time we had one seminar, now EC saw more the letter come finance ministry into a more train the finance ministry Ebeka, and then we take it from there. Obi, please tell Sampine to stay calm and live long. Reality would expose the NDC. Lamtekin Rashid Ewotema. Obi, good evening. Is there a law in Ghana banning gay people from visiting the country? Just asking. No for now. Where's Obi? Okay. Good evening. Tell those who are complaining about these gays to keep quiet because they were in this country for over 8 years and they couldn't do anything about it. Hypocrisy is not good. Sir Prince, uwo ayen suano, odie enono. Yedase, papa. Mame mana na ya jantwa akwaba. Na fe yentwas. Nana.
Friend, sir. Nembo meetings be fachem.
Oh. Ghana for affairs.
Me ba check akra on. Oh, fachem.
Last week one to me.
And last 2 weeks so mama. Enya
That's an ania.
Me ni am call him.
Of course, South Africa.
Mana ka kire wo.
In an aya, I waited to be traveled.
Me ko be what you also nya Ghana ni. Usu this empire British. Afa wa esi egu anum kura wonim number was 36. Oso ya na akasa wonim se esi egu ni pa nim 32. And neso so ye this wo galam say. Wo site wo twa galam. E dey be concession twa galam say oni legal paper we no me enje.
Oh, me na your cars by me France me nyaso.
Wo fa be asem nyaso.
Wo ko South Africa
me ko be bia he fa me ko. E fa South Africa.
Abebe eti wheelchair mu ni piano. Airport. And I'm saying I feel no me I bubu afọ. I pay wheelchair. And I'm kaje akwa no transa ma me onyenyenyenye. Hwinya no. Odu gate wa na hwim on the corner. Akwa fo yoko.
Me o ka se mu. E fa am ko ye. Obi kom kraw.
Na I go try we.
Me ko fino. Ka bi di keke. Sampa wuti o so ye British ni. Minim da sa o te Ghana wo ye illegal immigrant na ade ya. Udi ye British. Wo sa ye galamse esi egu anum ground mi nkan. Na ba be ka so obi edi na wo he fa. Yes darling.
One who pictures here make around say.
But your pictures me.
Hey, unhu.
There be minyan.
Pictures here is gay for.
Let me data asa.
Faso so man na ya hwe.
Data
gay for bia be jina
e de pe na o ko wani. Me data asa enwa.
Na atuma ka tuma di be ya bia. Wo data asa.
Me data asa na dem data asa enwa.
What Jubilee House wo data.
Na de twa he twa ska ho. Me data ntimi nsa.
Na sika budget e twa ba Jubilee House government majority. Ntimi anyi enu dual carriage. Have to Burkina Faso.
So me jina independence arc ho.
No me dey.
Gay for.
They atire wo mo maso ana.
Say.
Some ye gay.
Oh, obi omo fefe omo ho ano.
Na me hu fe. E we dey enye.
Mo the Ghana flag kan ho.
But wo mo ba no so.
Wo kuta Ghana flag.
Wo.
Omo ko jina nkroma.
Ntimi bo maye no nam se me twa.
When e bi si de bia we bi mo tam wo kwa nam de ba nkrofo enyam nam de omba kroma. Those days nyam nam ko South Africa for be from mercenaries those days. Nyam nam ko for mo bae. Nyam na mo si gay law bae mo ye ho de gay law me ko ama nchia watie am be disampe chi obi a onim se ne se krampo te e 32
atie for 17 nya sem.
No, but seriously speaking, the point is that obi me oba no kan.
Yes.
Ye can see yem pass anti gay law. E dey an MPP for kan. Almost say hash.
You can
Number 2. nipa no ofele form awo me pa cho forms a yedi wura krom a me fa nchia mo atifo me fa chia ma fem pa adwuma na me
o kasa na wo hwe ndi o mo
me hwe pa
we mo kwa me nkroma me
ya bi we die nti we die o my own say we ye no open dia eye crime o ti ase ene de mra na ka se we ye no open even ye ba ye yan me se ye bible ye constitution ye Kristo nde bia na mka bible ye constitution mu kra no you can't say we no open na.
Yeah. In the we no open na the new bill no and a criminalize it.
The we no how we no open na.
Wait to say
oh yes.
The new bill will criminalize it.
But even this current law, constitution no cry no say it can be
the current law no. A about unnatural carnal knowledge.
No, let's say where they are unnatural no mu ye mema me no more kissing your natural.
Penal patrician.
Penal with mouth to mouth say no so e bia.
Enti we no the new law never there we the omo ye there.
Ah there be we there nye.
Oh,
na when the try video
me hunu yo.
Share.
Na when the try video spread.
Omo na share wo page o.
I was South Africa ho.
Ghana sem ne kan.
Ghana. It when na Ghana. James Fort.
There be we there.
Prison honey.
There be no more ben James for prison ni anchi o man kotum. Because you see, oh, they say near who we know. As I say going forward, no be a real crum how or fail for near the sexual orientation can. Now it's me monitors here. The sexual orientation can one come near Chiwa. I mean, this is unfortunate. And you see, side we could have been but I near Christo. And then you Muslim.
You free so.
Your Mahama mreso.
There be your Mahama nkwa mreso.
Ha we no mu kra Ghana flag no.
Ah for the omo flag other than Ghana flag no mbekuta.
Oh.
Ah, there same ni. Sampa to onim say singu ni pen wa ukọ school enhia de. Singu so ye teacher ni. Ti we connect to students busa say ni passing ye say as 32.
That's all can 32.
O say 32. The teacher ni munya sure. There be we say o ti wa woni adwuma ni ma no ko kire nkola de a. Na ukọ ka job say.
Me wa adwuma yo.
Wo adwuma wa hemfa. Wo adwuma wa hemfa wo job biz. Yes.
E bi say bail na be criminalize sade we no. Parliament pass we na do ansign.
Yes.
But President John Mahama edi a campaign. To omo hwe sanka wa bay no. Said the holidays the ne D-levy co under certificate of agency. We soon cost.
Oh, but obey. Also, we know who said the Mimia lawyer knew, but the limitation was sent from a private citizen.
Sure.
But they say no, the obey no. And some your friend is saying some period be elapsed as a private citizen interventions and went me and young then you need to do a new one. The ever banner the way you be free one more buying ho. I day ba beba. Ultimacy. I will no be shimukin. I am Crawford pay. A unum crab be share chief of staff. A papa friend is saying. Lawyer, form one in the team, no. And the assurance has been given, say, and what you my dear, ye baba yen didn't wait any problem. Holidays, say, why are the walk far by yes, and come refi. Some pie yam and come in refi, we watch all bad the way we teach any. The point is that His Excellency Mahama see a bonab. A young one was a sampan me bokwam and crumedin won't choke. Or bokwam and crumedin won't choke. O de ase na poko ko ka ase mo kwame nkroma ono so so timi bo kwame nkroma ni MPP bag government who be gu kwame nkroma ni mu ase
MPP for
yes this crop of MPP
Mozilio
mom na we renovate we so msike wo mu yesen e funding
na funding
na a World Bank intervention almost ke wo mu yesen
World Bank intervention one na table there be one na table
we are now so wakasa
na ya hwan mresu na ye
me patcho me yenya ne sa me sere wani die mu
sampa wo kasa am ka metimi asende test
University of Ghana Medical School President Mahama at the che esua botai eko ka sa odi si ye eye no bottom ska odi fi odi bole na baba si ye
fine nya botre bibia ni a pen ni paper da wani mtro
e bon timi ntro
bi asem bi wo ma bon so asem bon media osima bon osima bon mintimi ntro nti e ba meka na che say because
me fam ba no now nchire na de
nana ya na wo ka kwame nkroma any holiday nsem
me nam ka kire wo ansa me fan intervention bi bra me na me din chie kokoma Mrs. Marietta Brew.
Okay, legal counsel
former attorney general. Me ma me ba ko pa me ne no flat. Obo adwuma no obo ni pa chi do mo man wo di legal ayi bia koma no chichiri mu straight. Wow. Sharp.
Marietta
Brew, auntie and me chia. What being said, you were sharp.
On a look at it.
Oh, if I home or back come.
Min ka o na tan maka me pese me.
E fo no ma meto no so no de oye wraba.
Na hwa na ifratam ni.
Ah, me de maka masem.
We try look at all.
No, as I make a holidays here, His Excellency Mahama. As I see a bon number so. Tiase, a true Nkrumah at heart. Our dog Kwame Nkrumah or dog Ghana. Yes, you be kase. Odogana no Kwame Nkrumah na chese nipa ni nipa bonefo cause Kwame Nkrumah na boga na si ho omusi mosoliomi no mpeso omu DJ bi dan kwati be si ho na World Bank for ni no this is anani so
verifiable amen
omu create gallery bi wo so omu de omu nyina a big six ni nyina be si ho.
And what's wrong with that?
And there was resistance.
What's wrong with that?
Kwame Nkrumah mausoleum Nkrofo omuta ya ira hu Kwame Nkrumah pictures. Kwame Nkrumah picture bi abrefo wo nanim.
Relics na wo ho.
Nkrofo we no. Oh,
relics na wo ho no.
Tobo sampai. Mani nwie mesi.
Na ada no omo bae ko omo be tu Kwame Nkrumah wie ye no. Wo mo dwene ho ko Kwame Nkrumah wonim si amfana amafie.
When be
Kwame Nkrumah no ye samantwentwen yo. Okowu obi kuro su na esie na obi kuro. Oti asie a champion na de ne bae time na Kwame Nkrumah yare wo tro krata Ministry of Foreign Affairs so person obewu one maame akachem MPP for na omu UP
yeah ben
UP for na
yeah ben na yeah ben that be yeah educating crofo that be obi
oya kakra
that be o
mani nwie na nso wetimi akase
enye se me bisa no question o throw letter and okay bi tan ma me say
ipa no ya deputy foreign affairs or sign letter me pese me bonidin
enye wo fa
pagenti entwa so nti na me pese metwa asem ne
and am see here ben
sort yaze
time ana ne wo fa ye deputy foreign
da ben na your fa deputy foreign affairs
and Buzi ana nim say and Buzi ana deputy foreign affairs okay
enti me pa cho ya omu tro krata me bo fenti se wo kwa akọka na me pese me boso dem mo fa de odamakoma so se ne tie bia ya oye niema bi enye de nsoso odamakoma so enti no edu ba bi am forso no ma ne ke kansem bi eni akoma
ye bebe no
but ono nte sa
ye bebe no
aha enti no the point is that Kwame Nkrumah so no kra me ofa kra sia se enyo no na ma order no a deputy minister penyimu bi ti ba bi na ka se ma ne there was an attorney general, there was an executive president, and there was a prime minister to ono ba bi anu owo ne ye low wo ma Kwame Nkrumah mafie no oyare Kwame Nkrumah ye samantwentwen oti ase ayi na be fa a champion na be je Kwame Nkrumah body na wo mo kosie woni kurum Rollins JJ Rollins ne be si mausoleum man no wasi mausoleum mama no mama mausoleum me atete apanse amose moso mo kwa akofa nkrofo bi aba beka ho
na hwan mo na ma ne etete pansa me mausoleum no
enya MPP for
na say within that period na mo NDC for aba mu more say
but na say do dia ye no ka ye na esi for the 8 years
NDC for ne say
what's ye ne so no NDC ni
na say you NDC aba mu
na wa be ma say so NDC ni enyo na no ti aka say all inclusive government no mo ye no
na so all
inclusive NDC ni
oh
munye CP
me
no mo pa mo general secretary
oh asema me ka person me kan ashim His Excellency Mahama
na we nyina no the connection to holiday in komo ye dey ade
holiday nkomo
ba say holiday asem na wo be kan
na me be kan say me chirechirem
okay
say sampan kura na otimi bokwa me Nkrumah din His Excellency Mahama ya de woni made enya holiday keke o
okay
that was the day that Ghana truly got independence,
which is
the 1st of July. That is that day no ni enya ye sika yenya ye anthem yenya ye flag ya nkrofo di nsenhu that was the day. Osia from 1957 to 1960 near you so British pound, near you so British flag, near say British is a national anthem. That is the day. Now when people for mobile I say insignificant that you know Republic no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama dia baba ko ye nipa wodo Ghana
na say MPP for mo anyi free ho
no me enden
mo ye no commemorative day
enye no me commemorative day enye holiday u commemorate bibia untimi nkokuro mu nkonkoje wani Owakọ adwuma anopa no abefia na dwe de wakọ membreti
na ukwaji weni no holiday in
fact be say holidays na boy say etimi kai yen
okay
say achansudie bi wo ho say ne da we ye nkọ adwuma efiri say ABCD okọ America o mo 4 July
yes
o te dem michire nti no obi a we dey ya achansudie ema no say Kwame Nkrumah ho tan tinkrofo we eyifiri ho ena wasan de aba yen CPP for ye damase say MPP for a time yen ni tena ye so se yentimi anka ho ase me kwa dem ye general secretary am se yen for mo nkọ court me nkrofo na mfi me se for mo nkọ court ne nkọ gi ade ne mra back na me ye personal appeal to his excellency Mahama se me sre no ara won fa sa ade emra no ma me hye na for ani munya
and to appeal na dia
oh anya me nko aso na me appeal other people appeal ade ba kwa wa ya eye me fe se Kwame Nkrumah birthday no de aba back as Founders Day no we twa mu sa 5th August no to nothingness
in the 4th August rather
4th or me Kwame kai day
oh yeah no plural Founders
found
Day
ebi ene ye wo founder ba ko
na se Kwame Nkrumah birthday no mo ye no Kwame Nkrumah memorial day
say no onye founder Kwame Nkrumah is the founder of Ghana no Kwame show say de mrato so near title no your legislative side day no obi atimi hu say Kwame Nkrumah ne
founder
yes
the sole founder
of Ghana or no see independence now we no so see independence at the shortest possible time and no tigina no 10 ho no obeti CPP or me papa no na beti CPP
oh sata now papa wo
me papa chi na Kwame Nkrumah de resign from UGCC
oh wow
me papa chi
Otro
yes amati obi a Kwame Nkrumah etro wo na chi free UGCC yem papa me papa enter the UGCC Congress oduru ho na JB Dankwa ho na JB Dankwa busan se Kwame wo ye dan wo ha no se me betwe Nkrumah
no mo ye party be
UGCC
say no okay
no mo nyina wo UGCC and no because na in that Congress no mo
na so ye CPP no akwa NDC
no me papa no ye PNDC secretary me brother ne Kwame pepra ye nyina ye Ghana ye nipa ba
na we
different
the
point is that in this Congress na omo baba be ye Kwame Nkrumah a treasurer no a general secretary
no person
be a treasurer what I see you and na me papa no be di akopoku the Kumasi boys what you say your friend ko bodu say
1st July back on tem bebre
thought wo mo call ye e no mo ko yi Kwame Nkrumah free Congress so messing me enko ya TCPP
oh okay
ti FA janto echi
and not throwing
resignation letter from the UGCC so ultimately intino that is the time at the struggle for the independence of this nation is started and he being the leader Kwame Nkrumah sajefo mo sori amumu no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama mema wa mo Ghana da wase Kwame Nkrumah man of the millennium ya wade asusu ye hu so kwa broche wo kwa manone a the way ya nkrofo so Kwame ye kresa nke etimi de gigiska etimi de ye tourism e wo krom ha wonim se enye Kwame Nkrumah yie owu ye wonim se enye na yie
said ye ma President Mills ni bi no
ene at Rollins enye na yie ye two body Ekosie ye 2 year de be share misolunu ye nye na yie
nade na
NDC Mahama isa so kan we say no aye
NDC for nye ye
o say den
ade na NDC for nye ye
oh the CCP for na sank ye hwe ne ye because ye
we be general secretary dey no
yes me be the general
Nkrumah party
me NDC
Nkrumah is
oh they
there been a Mahama crow den onye CPP ni
background
yes intend dey wo nya yi but I'm saying say ye Kwame Nkrumah ye should be a national call say emra so say ye put it together a team to start organizing the funeral of Osajefo Dr. Kwame so ye say ye na mbehu say na Ghana bebie we need to do that
ebema ne sunsum no atimi atimi
yes na behu se ne Ghana bebie nkrofo ebeba krum ha ba behwe ade ayeye ne bema ne soso obetimi adayi I think we have to do it
so that obi yeah can history of Ghana distortions no adoso distortions
me pa cha se mwenya wasem
adoso
me pa cha ye nkosi
even 1st July no kano say the beden
eba as a full holiday now.
Yeah, the be den.
Yeah, the be den.
Yeah, I'm saying National Day of Prayer no.
I see a day nyame asese e
o yam fan ko tebe bia nkwa wensa.
Dabi.
Yam fan ko di ani.
Dabi.
Yeah, the be bom pai.
Pai en
ko. Enti kai your Republican status no.
E de be ye de nyame ase wo
kai your Republican status.
Unye Kristo ni kai.
Obi.
Ye be nyame ase.
Na wawie.
Min wie was
onye mbi. Yem bi sa na mpe. Sa back and forth no. E mo bia.
Mo na am de back and forth ni bae.
E mo bia. Moreover, efi 2009 ebepim 2016 na Nkrumah mausoleum no na bubu
aiva
late Professor Mills emreso eho ba asem
na mu buye
ema na nye in a very good
state
and said they
no de odwene Nkrumah ho obetumi akotu no furu de ahye na chia ye ne papa odenne no wanye sa mausoleum no
na mo ye
na wo ya na ti kro be so o ma be mu na te wo firi hin na bae
atwa woni obi ma me ka asem nkyira
na ya janto
obi mi ma ni wie obi ma me ka asem o ka onim de o ka hwe
obi mi nim de meka
obi da o mo ye
mi ni de meka
pacho me ka asem bia
nansen
ade so o ma invite ACPP for they didn't invite us nti me ni breye pa nti omu ye omu ho
na ye that's the general secretary
na general secretary na dey asem na aka me di general secretary first female general secretary
nti e kire wo say we say ono a contradict obi say ye na ye mausoleum no
le say nyam na mo ye
ma fa no so ye time ye refurbishment me ye first class mausoleum
that argument is weak.
It's not weak. They didn't even start it. World Bank they buy no so eno kwa mo twetwe omo na asesa eno omo hu se ade no enkoyie
we
omo twetwe omo na asesa no mfuzo ombetimi
it was part of a big policy to refurbish all tourist sites.
Kwame Nkrumah mausoleum ye tourist site. And your tourist site, it is a memorial place for our founder. So your tourist site, I know the memory of Kwame Nkrumah. Because tourists won't be jiska. And no, you see that is where
our South Africa Kruger Park.
Because South Africa be also trying to make Kruger Park now.
One call.
This argument is a bit weird.
It's not weird.
And what's a tourist site?
No, people will come and see what Kwame Nkrumah has done.
Jesus Christ.
Nanaya, yes. Also, people will come and see what Kwame Nkrumah has done.
Now, our history.
Okay.
Me, I was against the fact that in Canada, even especially in Kolano. Otimazi. So, almost the tourist site. You see, as they spoke, nobody mentioned Kwame Nkrumah. That we're preserving the memory of the man who gave us freedom.
When
on the day of the commissioning of,
you know the day that thing was commissioned on the 4th of July. What is 4th of July? Tell me what is 4th of July. When there is 1st of July, it was commissioned on the 4th of July. And what is 4th of July? 4th of July is the holiday of the USA. And the day that Ghana was a republic, it was not commissioned on that day.
Wait.
Taking out the Kwame Nkrumah flavor. How can you commission Nkrumah mausoleum on the 4th of July?
And then come here 21st September.
What did they make?
21st.
If you want to do it in July, and there is first, there is second, there is third, you did it on 4th of July. And who my dear? I'm telling you, we had a problem. Yes. We wrote to government. We had a problem that why should you commission the mausoleum on the day you
be? The significant thing is say Kwame Nkrumah odina so ano nana ya adina so ano I say o papa echi e no tro na resignation from UGCC. woka nisem obi wunim other families so farm so suffer one in sano ebi hwere ya dechie ebi history yantro ne de ewo ho a enka wontra ha nka sa nsem no
masa
hwe enisi ekokọ fifi efunani hu saman ekofa yaw ediba wo de ye declare 1st July biem say yemfa nkoye Thanksgiving national holiday for national prayer day tell title no enye Republic Day o obi you know bill no am koye no am try Republic Day was o according to the matter no yes do am trust to national prayer day
Republic Day it will be used for a purpose to thank God for how far he has brought us the Republic
Day
now
though it will not be any commemorative day
no nanchen no enkrofo ma sofa e was our regimes no sa no enye bidi enye bini mabusha bi kan ho me papa nom kan ho
obi yeti ayaka sofa asem yesi the man who gave us independence
nti eya mama tra ha emetisa history of Ghana
Yesu so aye wo pim Yesu so ebetimi aje ne ma mo ye wo komase a eden level 4 yempese e beka
entimi nchichiri man o nipa bako entimi nchichiri o man da
yes founder ono na founder Ghana eno de mo po da mumpo that is the truth
nti yenya sa asem nika
yenya ka
very well enti mamen kan message
kana obi mamen ka bi nchohwe when Nanado a holiday 7th January holiday Constitution Day.
Yes.
That day wasn't used for anything. At least His Excellency John Dramani Mahama doesn't want the day to go waste. It was decided to sad down.
Obedi president 4.5 years. Odi ye den. 4.5 years. Eya mamu kika say there President Mahama fi before
when President Mahama was president 7th January was not a holiday.
Bi me ka 1st July na o kan no.
That's fine.
The time not 1st July 4.5 years 4 July.
That's fine. And it was say President Mahama be 7th January or be day.
Me perceive what you say.
Yes.
Time and another the Constitution Day by me I expected that would be a day. Then you be Constitution media phone in a chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3.
Okay.
Yentimi and we are the next year twaso from 4 5 near TSC.
Okay.
The day just came and passed. This is somebody I would the 1st July aba. I want my day name pass keke na was see a day nyamiase for the how far he has brought us and even giving us freedom. Also want to ask you one nyamiase say wetimi something purposeful for that day. Muti holiday there was nothing purposeful to it. Even if I'm Founders Day ya muti na me feel say every yibia mo be kan the history. Yes, we be kan the history of Sankrofo we nyina. Say na ya wo mo ba be kan say ye friend saying abrofo no to wo mo bo a time nso ye na makeka ni nyina kyerɛn. So mo ba be kan say independence at a later time. Nene nyina makeka sa dialogue no ne abrofo ne nya maka kyerɛn. Ne ye hu maka obi asɛm baako. Say na JB Danko ye ya ne kromfo kodi ne ho konkonsa che kwa menkroma ne nyina no
makeka. Chi kwa menkroma chi ne to detention mu wu ho. Ne nyina ne aka.
Makeka. Nentenka ye purposeful day. This is a man who has given us a holiday and made it purposeful.
Ne aka. Woman be by near Chucha woman said to 2 almost near
Obia sending me a story, a Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, published here on the day of the commissioning of the refurbished Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. I say, according to President Akufo-Addo, the project is in line with the government's plan to make the park one of the best tourism and heritage attractions in West Africa. As the outstanding Pan-Africanist of his generation, the burial site of Dr. Nkrumah must be appropriate to his status and exceptional contribution to the liberation of Africa from colonialism and imperialism. In Nanado speech on the day, and way that. Na president say you on one.
Uni my dear, so true we are came because one pay who.
Go be here.
Me pa cho uni my go be here film share. Even
but serious
I am telling you share. The various road maps. A Kwame Nkrumah who AU, the speeches that he made. I went there to look and some of them were not correct. Opa Musa said deputy minister Refinidi, one of them. Me ko kind ni nyina. They didn't even take time to put the proper dates to it. She, you know what struck me? Se uko obi fia. So o ma menti apa baby o dani here enye hall. Se obi ba no obehwe o ma me o yare they will care for o ma me o yare e dan na o dem no. Se emu bon detol any savlon or yare inti baby or say ne ho oye se obi bebra ho no obehwe no ase ne wa chichire maame no wa chichire papa no eno na chire se wo hwe nipa. That day I went into the crypt itself. There be our papa no the crypt na me ko enter e hofin
edana na omubie
wie ya wo man frɛ no de anwumre no I walked there. No kwa no so my man am catch up say. Me na me catch. E why you fin.
Nana ya I will not lie. Me wo ho. Wo na asie say wo ye wo bom paye boss am 123. Wo ka we say on say me ka say obetimi oba foforo bi aye adwuma no. Wo kika we nyina wi abetran betwa.
Obi me say.
Ada na mo ye mo magana ye hu sa.
I entered the crypt. Me nana ya anajo no. Me call so na me see me general secretary of CPP. And omo ma me but omo no say madam na ma me room. I entered the crypt. I wanted to see some bibi ho na nipa no woda o. Ti sa wo dwene nipa no na nya sika wo be dwene ho so the tourist area. Say nipa no ba bia wo die dey be changes na ye wo ho. Wo siesie fi obedi nipa na nkasa da. E dey na ye wo ho. A dear new architecture and I would buy what was on I baby I would
continue
because a honor here baby meanwhile me call a whole thing Kwame Nkrumah they won't me whatever you do Kwame Nkrumah never dies. And he said it and it is true today and forever. And now it's you be or Kwame Nkrumah sem or call the world over Africa baby yara. Or Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ni din o de mo be ye bia mo betwi mo tan akosoro mo JB dam kwano meso me can be on to Kwame Nkrumah.
Hello Obi, is Nanaya Jantwa a CPP member or an NDC member? I think we need this clarity once and for all so that we can sit with her analysis and opinions well when she speaks on your platform. Obi, at some point she refers to herself as part of the NDC and at other times as a CPP member. We need this clarity. Obi, her argument is really shallow today. How? Was UGMC built with the funds of the NDC? What kind of argument is that? Godi Ewotema. Say na ose ubusa say enye nanado na de sika SEC.
But UGCC, what has that got to do with funds of NDC?
UGMC, University of Ghana.
I am saying World Bank funded and one you almost. Do you know when this thing should have been done?
Saying say World Bank for not no mutual is
won't I say people
be an proposal
a call your name free. I mean person
that proposal anything.
When we say at the end war Kano, Kwame Nkrumah is not in it. They are talking about tourism.
Obi, sign kind speech.
No, I am saying we had an issue with it.
With the speech?
CP before had an issue. Almost it's going to be a tourist site, attracting people from all over the world.
Yes, so say,
and that is and you see what
the project is in line with the government's plan to make the park one of the best tourism and heritage attractions in West Africa.
You see, there are two.
As the outstanding Pan-Africanist of his generation, the burial site of Dr. Nkrumah must be appropriate to his status and exceptional contribution to the liberation of Africa from colonialism and imperialism.
It's okay burial site, baby. I know done the whole thing. I am telling you, make sure.
Obi, hey, mommy, Obi,
you see, that is the Obi, so call Papa Naswa.
So Obi, Asante Kingdom, Asante Mine. Here, one relic, and a historical relic, Confanochi, Soduna, or the sea, baby, Jesus. Yes. What's I come and share? Or 242 Abibio.
Okay.
Was see modern museum.
Yes.
Now, when I the effigies of ahima ne na jima prempenum sa jima prempenum ebaye people trooping there on daily basis eye bebia ye showcase asanteman your history your culture personalities are a chichire asanteman nanso ahoho eba ebehwe oba creator no ho no or show the history of asanteman every abehu statue abehu relic bi abehu bia no a whole story history no ewo honom enti say ya baabi for osagifo na say nkrofofia bonten ba said the nana ya wote ya wo ka say yentimi nyi osagifo mfirimu na akọ baabi a ne din da ho no obi a oti din no oba Ghana ha obeba se oba abehwe Cape Coast Castle enye Portuguese for na besi ye nanso nkrofo two plane efi Mexico ebi di fi America ebi fi the UK ni Spain enu na so for eba ebehwe wo mko point of no return any other holding rooms ni nyina no nti the fact say ahowo beba ho aba behwe we say no eno nkyere say who dimini
Matisse Africa World Airlines omo evening flight no has been cancelled. Now passengers no are stranded without any proper support. Kwame Poku CID eka passengers no wa homane so Kwame akwaba ete saying
obi enye
na asembe na aba
obi anopa ana na me wo program bi wo enkai kuro mu Inspired Us World branch bia or youth advocacy afibia or training my youth to invite me and the chat tickets ma me na me buy until return ticket maybe drum kan the program na mesa go back to Kumasi my flight no check-in no ebe end 6:40 nanka flight ne to be 7:20 nanka kwa ku Kumasi bia 7:50 ho baby Kese oma mai obi information obi ba because am ba am fu di line mu from ma be catch say oma cancel flight no to obi an kofi na ye mra no pa no nsia ana passengers no ne me bi say na say we dey what be that at least oba cancel flight kra I was say wo my proud notice zinka me kwa nka me wo aka central no I mean ha me kwa san to mu ni traffic so ntina moto so ma moto enfa me dru ha and other passengers including me ya stranded everyone ya koda hotel mu ana akoye day at least omu make provision say and because ya cancel due to operational reasons enya mo fault nti e dia ya gi hotel mo nkonko dem anyway na mo bedi na anopa ya sa de car abefa mo dem aba na ready ya be kan sa na ya mo sa na mo ko obi Ghana hankwa na esi ba bia o.
Yeah, it's true. I've had some experience on a number of occasions. I mean, sometimes on the cancel Kumasi flight, be or attack de omunya ya announcement ni wi a no maka say kwase ho. Now ni omunkon kwhwehwe ho say omenya flight for Frama that day na say adisa anopa na ya pe flight ama. Now even anopa de ene kra no say ba say early morning flight na ye ma. It says within the first and the second flight time, you know, and also mo pay a dedicated flight, mamo. That's umunya bia ansana de mako because and papa de na yema you cannot be on it. It is a whole big problem. I think that part of our customer service no is something we have to really look at.
Obi na ayoma we mu kwa na me hu sa de we o. Me ayoma we mu kwa na me hu sa de we. And omoya no mafo mu hodi obi anya omo hwe obi anse charge omo mu nya omo we. Obi. Baby omo ti anya na me wa flight we so. Because I know me so man pass baba bi an kan che am pep bia 5-star hotel bia me an kodam am pep and papa bia me ya ni am frɛ you know man kan che so ma cancel flight na because ubusa na ya ti we no onim so one way crowd you crowd ka say any oboa also mo frɛ you know nyina ka kyerɛ wo mo
Ena open 5-star hotel
na obi na efa na me koda ma se mi jacket kuntai about tie efa na me koda
Hey. In the other passengers, no way.
Mugu, but Mugu, I say, the Palm Crab and Tokwa. And almost cast and beyond Chomo. One more counter 100 years. Almost need to media. And you know, information that will back. And there's nothing they can do. But almost pay you for no management. You know, yeah, kind of say, now I want 2 men. Be sure say who be a phone line too. And I say, of a sampai studio and another, Obenya experience.
No, may I've had that experience on so many occasions. In fact, say not the cry. The flippant nature of the announcement. Let's just say,
yes,
yentimi into because of operational reasons. More person mo join a flight not now. Panamon kwasi or namon konkewi. Omuwi no. Obi anka hwinchire obi. No matter ka o mo bag ni yi bags in esi o. Udu how far the ade obey hono. Now I dey hear say obey arrangements. Obenya morning flight the following morning na e de wako wanya na was a refund bi o. Just say, I mean, just Obi, like that o. Just like that.
Yeah, no. Maybe information. Miami investigations. Now, investigations no pointing to the fact say, and no operational reasons. We are only Omenya gig be at the passengers call a Cote d'Ivoire. I want to $2.
But I don't know, we can't independently verify.
And I'm saying, my investigation. I'm saying some person from my. Mr. Kwampokusi, my investigations. Jamima Benyano. Jamima investigations and my information. I want to know. Now, make us say, oh, more, I stranded the airport. Now, nobody can verify. My investigations, and I'm telling you, Omenya gig, Cote d'Ivoire, I know the passengers say, come with $2. I know my Jaya Ghana.
It is here more any other passengers, no more than here.
Obi the Abenway trim. Say, no, my babina, no more Janini, no more bush of one mamma near you couldn't mamma near. Now, say, dear chair, never been your flight in Mutina. I've said that before we are near here.
What it means is say 8 p.m. flight from Kumasi to Accra and so on may be affected. Because yeah. Wow, that's really interesting. Mate, I hope say this advocate because yes, starting advocacy we were on more first, no. I have to be in Kumasi this weekend again. Me catch me agent say unchonim say Passion announce some reductions in their fares, and I think we have to commend them, though belated. But idea was a commended one. Me agent no say on check cost. Me Kumasi Accra Kumasi return ticket. Africa World 5,300. A day. 5,300. Passion here 3,194 for Saturday. In the Passion the year. Yeah, that's almost 2. Yes. More than 2,000 difference. More than 2,000 difference. I mean 5,300 the same route. It's unbelievable. 5,300 Ghana cedis. And I mean all the advocacy amount for you and I say
Africa World Fund Omumobia because I have a wara because options run the what's it wouldn't try a car? Who did the other in Chibatum? Tano Patre.
Mamena say Kwame Poku CID, Bibiani Ebesia in Komobi. We wish you well. Why, Monshana Munya Anopuma Sibre. Now, Ombenya 5-star, Ghana 5-star hotel, babe. Is here a minimum 5-star hotel or Ghana? How?
Oh, we over 5-star, no, 4-star, not 3-star credit. So to me, for them, conquer that and soon you may a guest house. Anna
Mate Kwame Poku.
Anna Osebo cottage. Dabi, also the Mekokoda hotel I would be.
Fortunately for Monsono, there are so many international hotels or airport city. I mean, Marriott, Money, the Ademo, Ibis House, Adenti, Mubenya baby ada. Why? Mati Ebesia din Komobio, Kwame Poku CID, any attending can Ekosiisen Swini. Bamunim, I was here Shani about CJ in sense. Yeah, I think it's a very, very important issue. Quite a number of messages. We say Obi, look at CID 5-star hotel. He has forgotten he's in opposition. Call your wife saying he better praise for a guest house. Sad situation though. For saying he don't call.
The wife is suffering.
Or the way abba. We say Obi.
That's when you cook. And so can so be the abba.
That be on family.
Come can NDC for.
Anyway, sir Obi, good evening. My brother, did you notice for the first time in our history, this year's Independence Day celebration was held at the Jubilee House? Curious move, isn't it? Or was it just to clear the way for Independence Square to host other kinds of scenes? What's even more shocking is the video going round. A cozy photo shoot right where our independence was declared. And not just any couple, 2 men, side by side, striking poses at the seat of our nation's pride. Back in our school days, we had to pay just to see Independence Square. Today, it's a red carpet venue for foreign gay activists. Anytime the NDC takes charge, they flood in. Also, the name Andrew Solomon still rings a bell. And as for me, I remember my JHS science class clearly. Like polls repel, but under the NDC, like polls seem to be attracting more than ever. Let it be known, the LGBTQ plus agenda finds fertile ground only under President Mahama and the NDC. Ghana must rise and resist. Kweku Noah, Village Secretary, Nyametiase, Ejumako, Ekutuase, and Onodi way Abre Yadase. Obi, good evening. Please tell Sampine that Ghanaians have seen Abain Papa and are enjoying it through a lot of reduction in items. Greetings to Chairman Ali Ejay Ibrahim, Bono Regional Vice Chairman, from Francis Owodoma East. Obi, you see how nature has its own way of teaching us lessons in life? But then, would these politicians ever learn? We were here when, instead of speaking to the issues and concerns of the nurses, the Minister Minta Kando decided to wade into the fact that the leadership of the nurses had traveled whilst negotiations were still ongoing. Interestingly, there is a major meeting and the Ministers of Health and Finance, major players, have also traveled. Does that mean they are also not minded about the health of citizens? Starsky is in New York and on the way up. Obi, my name is Sami from a Fiekuma news site. Chief Justice Tokono has exposed all the agenda being set for a removal. Obi, is President Mahama and his government aware of the happenings of gay couples in Ghana? Just asking, please. Greetings to General Justin Kodia Frimpong and Abdul Ganiyu Mohammed, the bulldozer, incoming Western Regional Chairman. This one says, Obi, please tell Nanaya she always makes my day. She is such a strong woman. We say, Obi, please, the payment of election officials started 2 weeks ago. The banks have begun paying. Dr. Sribo Kweku, Director Education, Electoral Commission, the information way. Thank you so much, Doc. We say, Obi, good evening. Tell those who are complaining about these gays to keep quiet because they were in this country for over 8 years and couldn't do anything about it. Prince Ayen Suano. Obi, the incident at Independence Square is still deeply troubling. I said, besmirches Ghana's rich cultural heritage and values. The flag's appearance in such a context is an insult to Ghanaians and Africans everywhere. Sam George must now speak out and take a firm stance on this matter. Amazing convictions. Manche Bruce II, Ewo Sekendi Takrade. Nana Yajantwa, ma Memra, Chief Justice Press Conference, matters arising. What are you saying?
Obi me 2 minutes. Obi say if any village secretary na. As he saw person what this gay idea before his excellency Mahama. Okay. That one it will not wash. No.
Then your party executive they recommend you Prince.
Time now Akano.
Prince send the message.
It will not wash. Whoever village secretary should be careful of what he says. What you say? His excellency Mahama enyo no ne ka senkrofo no mra onye immigration officer. Well, how the people entered this nation, nobody knows. What I am even talking about, and say this is a breach of security going forward. You know, as I said, such installations, there were patrols by the military and the police, so that people don't just enter anyhow. So what am I saying? Because a sacred national monument, and no, he cannot link His Excellency Mahama to gayism. Never, whoever he is, he calls himself village secretary. He better stays in his village. Yeah. And he should never. I will never link Nanadu to gayism. Okay. Never. No matter. No. Did you ever hear me say Nanadu were linked to gayism? No. I will say that he didn't pass the law, but I will never directly say Onunti a gay for if this incident ever happened. You don't do that. You don't do that. You have no evidence to that effect.
Recompense.
Ultimately, you don't do that. You don't do that, and nobody is going to take this. Whoever this person is should know. Say going forward, no, where your man pass, you're not going to let it pass anymore. They should not start it. They should not start it. Almost 2 fingers, His Excellency Mahama. We have said it and said it again that we are not going to allow it. If anybody is going to allow it, me a champion janto, I don't know wash. Because you see, you can say anything. Obi, you can say anything and say security breaches. You're opening up as a CAT, but you don't link it to a person.
No, sir. He created the impression, say, under John Mahama.
Yes, no, yes, because they are to a person.
Any time.
Ultimately, maybe ABC a grandpa maybe when Oman Pokra will be the video na koto to baby. These people can do it. MP before they can do anything. They can do anything, and we are telling you this time now, we are not going to allow it. For you to start some baby disgrace, His Excellency Mahama, it will not wash any yen idea.
And no word, Juma, will be because I am the buyer.
My dear, so what can say? It's also me and Poma security breach.
Quoted the budget.
Okay, security breach. In some uncle Suyin, I jitum say we in your so.
Yes.
But all because I see so no ni pedie bi we be bintina the time we see. There's no. But I'm saying say we should be careful. No, not again. Me see Jamie, I don't know what is wrong with her.
Oh, Dabi, hey, or your mammy penny.
Oh, na me mammy akola.
Kawasam no.
Oh, me mammy akola.
And you're not here advocacy.
Because you wouldn't have bad.
Debbie me near Bassam or buy a dear nanya yeka. Share a dear cosy. Interjections, no, a doors, and they say, a china say. And they say, just obi, the body language you create no digital. Maybe I say me, no, me share na kakana me train because me idea means standing you be on your humble.
20 asem.
I didn't even listen.
You show humility.
Chedo yen and him, chedo yen. What's it, say?
Well, we say that kind of substantive matter.
Some point. On this topic, they may patch out. My young one after they may patch out. It's here for 8 years. Let's do it one after.
Share Obi. In some of Baby can say you're breaching human rights and find a deep human rights near Bichi. A do Lord je baby a hunano. Yenim can make kind be a anti Marietta de Bremen or my sister station. So now to see a one of the best places so far. I hold the Ghana's heritage. Made the Bebrel. The renovation of
Mamma and Cassa a whole time.
There began a time was see a honteno and I
on my background
saying
never far no in the tea or share the school. You could as part of 3 justices.
But your cabinet upon that one in the office.
As part of 3 you could never far. Now, according to a history, I was reading, Safi on a plan. Sardine na planning.
A diabemo.
But planning. That's on no narrative.
Pacho wouldn't me die a cocoa tonight and one near me see one Sunday at your point.
And you
will react differently as some. Yes, think court no more person, you almost person, then the court or court no see and fan and go home. also omo pese den beko because court is wa Supreme Court ye lawyer ni we yi ko na we yi ba we yi ko na ene bia wa fa ne bag na police na chi no owura dem ni ye hwe no. They thought to say they should have a comfortable place to be spoken to. What did they mention? No? Anything you didn't call almost various places, various scenarios. Yes, in that then be crowd or a baby and a kama and so that she will be protected from the public eye. So ultimately, all kwa be okofe Supreme Court who frosters here who drew us our company media ni be who no many be
there are no proposal Chief Justice's conference room.
But it's still the Supreme Court building complex. Is it not still the complex? On free home pay. I had your way why do you be and who crumbles away under anything. But I am saying, sir, me so very Zion. So very tired, me none of my business. It's not nobody's business. Yes, asamwaba. Tanasi. Na ye miss out question. These are your peers. Why won't crawl for any do my bijina when you will omunya ho. Omunyo be a winning more. Your own peers. Ye do my best and uncle for no more business and no money any peers. And besides, obi yi mano. Omunye ni peers. Omo ya ho omo ye nsamanfo. Omo ye ono ani peers. And ye do omo ba no mo bisa no question wo yi question ano. Obia go through process and make our sister station back so. Ewiase so wote baby a wonte ho forever. Obi timi baby decide say enemra so. Anase we go through a certain ayina why ye den wako yi wano. Se ukona koko yi wano ne se bibia ni hwa. Ewo ho hwe Nyankopon we ho ye nyame o na so ye Kristo ni ma me so ye Kristo ni. Na sori ana woko ICGC sakomo no. Eho no. Me na me call time am call sakomo no as a young girl. Na me wo flat o sakomo no. Na me call sorry ho because na me a new area na Baptist ni ho ne worship wo tent. Otanti osofu kujo entete a omo de maaye no nyame etimye bibia nti at this point no we use Nebuchadnezzar as an example. So we use Nebuchadnezzar as an example then say Nyankopon apa o because Nyankopon pa Nebuchadnezzar sa handwriting na omo interpret ma Nebuchadnezzar ne nyame apa no
no o use Nebuchadnezzar based on asema na oka say kwadu amode abono no o se mo mfama no na onhu adekro evidence and kofone de abenya mo manenya
and then no use Nebuchadnezzar
na o say almost o mo mfama no in the meaning say okoho no okoho say onim ade a okọ respond
me pa chow
na akwaya se time Nebuchadnezzar ka kire wise men ne say omo nche no daya a oso ye na omo nsan kira ase ma no that's where he brought
there be so mutimi kira ase ma no na Nyankopon na ama
Daniel ne babe
that is there was a Daniel who came to interpret what God wanted to do. So if you use the Nebuchadnezzar story na na chese se wo no Nyankopon be me chirechi wo mu a chese wo yi ne nsa firi wo so. Se Nyankopon wo ma Daniel bi e ma me chirechi wo mu a se wo yi ne nsa firi wo so. Minua this woman as a so otimi e show metal. The Supreme Court, the leader of our Supreme Court, woni metal or pre yesi ko na kokko hia bibia wo fa ne se Jesus Christ time a wo kwa asenu ane so no afa ayi na koye wo so ye Kristoni because obi hwe se asema eda ho no se nim na se okoto agye nim na abọ mpaye na ade wo fa mu ten na wo wie na se ne ebesi bia asia se ayampa se wo si enim a Onyankopon ye wo hoi onim de obeye obia so the day of judgment is at hand. Obia wo day a okọ Nyankopon anim okọ bibia anim okoko yi na no yesi yi wano a wo si buoi
na say onka say onyina
nti wonko yi na no de
and say on resign he would fight
nobody say me kwa dem empese wo be resign
yes
wo resign aye den all fight ya won no obey press conference no wa sympathy from the public
o say nioma bi ikoso at the committee a breaching a fundamental human rights
e bi ne de henfa I breach fundamental human. Me ban shempo because me who the body language is a bi ohwa ofuze breach a kachire me. The way I wa ye na nim enyo no ano say no matter the noises that we make, the law is the law. So no matter the noises that she make, the constitution, the supreme law of the land is the supreme law of the land. It gives you power. Ube go through process, obi the petition be tia a jaja. Obi a breaches our law no. Onu cry man no comfortable place a what na. so of say honye safer be na walls no de wo ombesi me de na kɔ no makwa ye interrogation no so makwa ye committee meeting because e protection or walls no wa so peculiar close so a e inside e me kwa ho nti e ho so obetimi akɔ no akwa ye den akwa ye akwa busa no question or so protection protection wo na bibia na two offices ni nyina walls no ye kama protection wo ho bu ya do akɔ ba bi kama se ye ho nkonwa mu fotofoto ye se kɔtena mu a wo so mpɛ se obetena na ye fundamental human rights minua kwabena je Japan ama meta an unfortunate situation that has ever happened in the history of our nation. Whatever happened was an unfortunate situation that happened in the history of this nation. Otemase okay ye friend is saying Odifo Asare. Yes, the reason why Papa Beye PNDC secretary was Ashanti region was because of what happened. It was an unfortunate situation. Me that day na me wo ye friend say me go share a ball. It's for another day. It's an unfortunate situation. These things happen. So these things happen and we cannot hold on forever and ever. It is not any BBS say yetimi adoleti but obiai oko America the blacks they went through slave trade. Wo back Ghana ha say ya colonialism. It wasn't good to call a South Africa apartheid. But we move on. We make sure say the country will stand well. Until you cannot come and use this one now cast a horn into obi babeku. Into food said justice talk on who be
psychological the trauma.
On one in trauma is your friend is saying Charlotte said they were not trauma just
Charlotte
talk on yes sir. One of they were a superior human being. Ochen obia wo krom ha there is nobody ochen obia ma ye wo krom ha nyina ye ta ye ni nyina no ono ochen obia me yadim ko to dingy prison room be a nice me sister ye lawyer ni went me ama ho she came to sit outside. My sister is one of the biggest lawyers in this country. Me feel lawyer from me papa down to my uncle everybody.
How
what I'm saying but I am saying say people have gone through it. So obia mpacho obi me asem ni see de bia nyanya na see asem ameka nkere wumpo man kan did I go and do press conference did any no because asem na ba no you man it up
only state chains or the chief justice
it is the state charge until they change nipa bia we chief justice until I would they won no you are beyond
I
am saying I am a woman ultimately you can in my own way na me so my achieve so ultimately
yes.
Ebi a me krampo me ma amaye wo wiase ko ebi onye ebi da ebi ono watena bench watena bar uhu mi sivia maybe the kind of thing ebi a uhu mi say me na mo very humble me na mo sa maybe ye me hu me na mo but I'm saying it's possible say me what I've achieved maybe one achieve maybe on my own what I've achieved
why a lawyer for 38 years? A judge for 21 years.
Into why a lawyer for 38, a judge for 21 years. Onim sadi or ye na contempt. Because if you are the constitution says that a process should be in secrecy, then you come out and you come and process no you come and make it public. You have violated what the constitution has said.
Yeah, but the constitution also says we should rise and defend the constitution. Chapter 5 of the constitution come about the human right. If you feel that portion of the constitution is being breached,
I don't know one question. Your commission from Pem Mami, your commission on human rights and administrative justice.
Yes.
I don't know one question. Media for the media Yeshraj. She wants to put the thing in the court
media committee room a denial of opportunity to be in the hearing room with my husband or a close family member.
Who dem in Crawford omo be and na ni yoko ni ade na omo parents omo family ni baby omo.
Na ye.
Does she know?
Na ye.
Ono crowd there with a room of people are omo ye friendly. Does she know the people who went to places and omo family ni baby omo? Former Free Zones Board chief executive. Do they know what people went through? Kwame Pepra, my own brother. Do you know what at a point ne yiri nimbe bia na owo ye yi ni friend samwam anajo aye de ne ko nimbe bia ne yiri sore ye o dimirika ko hwehwe bia ni kunu wo This is my own brother I'm talking about. Former finance minister is my brother, Kwame Pepra, under the friend is saying NDC government, PNDC. That is my brother. Do they know what our family went through? A do baby a yen baby or no care about husband. I honey a bear lovey. Go about husband and children. A baby a serious things. No honey a bear love. Maybe so. Do they know? Obokwa wonim baby hwe me ya chi me the code na frame me nua kwa me code. I am telling you. Yes, Kwame Janto ho be ka kire wo. Aha me ka kire nse Kwame sese no kofie na kokwohwa ade ma me na baby a me wo no me ntimi mafie. Because no nim say me go through process no asama me ka kire no phone no so the only number I remembered was Kwame's number. So I say number me kai was Kwame's number. Almost mean frubi. Kwame pe number.
Now on be far no. Omoye.
Menda me wo.
Omoye because Chief Justice say overall committee room or say thorough search on my body and handbags in violation of protocols and courtesies extended to the Chief Justice in honor of the country domestically and internationally.
Bibi ya okwa brocha ya yen search no. Odru abrochire ya otukwa akwanto no ne ba no tu ya yetie sika ba ne ba no odru ho na ye nseche no mi mre bi kura mpo me tu kwa ye ka kire me se bibi ye dede wo mo ye kwohwe na ye metoma ye nseche no
toma se sika ko toma se wo tu me sika ko
asem na me ka je ni ti ya na musre ya no otukwa ya ne ye nseche no
na wo small girls
mi bi se wasem
you na wo small girls oh dey aye toma dey
abrofo no hu bi da me fa me machine me de pimpe me fa machine me de pepe no mbuza am say de no mde
ko she blink
oh that
dey gold no small gold
na dey kasa me small go hang gold
o dey toma entia dey na this ka ko ye this ka ko ye toma
me dru ho no e na omu yi e no mbuza am say de no san de ko fa ade nu
wo ko san de bai
enti no who is searching your body? I know two quiet or qua America near the holidays, yen searching. Yen sonny body. So ye Chief Justice into do America border as yen searching. Chief Justice in a conity. Time I know 2 hours ye Chief Justice, then the ref said debut or her BBC bit me see.
Benedict who can send.
As a pan make a job, that is the way she's behaving. The way this woman, yes, I couldn't trim. Yes, I said the body as a chief, I can't conquer and the body as a
presidential staff for your court. Nana ya janto.
Me dey me enko mitrimo.
Den ko tra na atika ka ni dey ya hu.
Dey be me am hu say dey. No kra me say anam tie obi masesa.
Dabi.
Me pa cho masesa na. Me say anam tie na tia che mi asem na da ho anam aka. Me ka na me ko me nu ni asem o me ntan o. But the point is that niema ni bi wo ho anya fe na me hu no it was nauseating to me. So oba de so otimi gina. Ti say wo kunu akwa twempena sorry ana na edi e kontokwa. You should be strong.
She has shown strength.
She hasn't shown.
She will go through this process.
No, you don't say it. Because you say an as open sympathy, you want somebody to lean on. Lean on me no you know. Lean on me and you know. Because a person will go through something that you are stoic. No matter what the process is, you go to it, you keep quiet and you pray. That onyankopon say ya mpase obi tan wani onyankopon ebe exonerate you. Wo ye Kristo ni wa so onyankopon timi ye bibia. Do Kristo so na dey say you will not put your tail behind in between your legs and just succumb. Let us say onyankopon na wo so som no na wo so ye Kristo ni emfa. Let means wo nye Kristo ni papa. Because o Kristo ni di amane to wa. Onyankopon na akọ anim na akọbọ mpaye no aka chense onyame mpa cho jeme. Enye nipa dasani na ahwen because at that moment no nyame ni se ni yankopon na wo so som no wa so wa reject nyame no say wa betimi a fight your own battle until go ahead and fight your own battle. So why are you coming to tell us? You don't need to know.
Enra when one TB in the whole address
what you want you
okay say
obi what you want you
I feel for you one TB
what you want you
obi mpacho e be na ye wo hwa eya. Yes, see obi the petition abrew. Ye de mra abekafa ho ye de mra na ye adwuma. E de be na ya ye sechi wa ya. Obi di nensa awura ne anda wa mu ana. Yes, ye hwese bibi obi kran fa bibi me share wo ho. Hwe obi nanse bi na mekọ adwuma. Me duru ha no msi minyina. E na omo hwe meka mo mo zam se adam ye adwuma no msi madam yesa wo ye adwuma wo ha. Maybe kura wo kwakuro bi de bibi abehye ka no mo anhu. Inti ye hwehwe na se ye hu ani ye yi ni a save you. Inti obi we na ye den. Yes go mami aye interjection na no court eno e kire se asisi ade na wo lose na ya wo ya. Anasa asem na aba no be lose. We already predicted the end of it. Maybe the end is not a loss. What do I say? What preemptive end? Okay. You don't do that. As a woman, you don't do that. Obi awa ko labor akwa wo pain we ya wo ya. Ade wa anwo. Oba labor ko labor ni Nyankopon de kire wo se ewiase ne ma ya betimi ato na ya se ya no toa gina.
Nana ya mama na say sampine me patcho me ntie
Obi. Eya. Na se bosumi nsia peni. Power timi rankro fotim. No mo ye niema kansem e kira hantan kire se ye mu nipa bia ya na ya. Enu a Felix Fozu kwachi na di kan be yi asem na chips o na ye PR Roma committee no.
Ba enu wa
Felix ankasa bia ka wo Felix ankasa me pa cho Felix ankasa yi wo ka fine.
Obekasa
na ya etieka. By the way, Paul do so search out. Assuming chairman and then the
Felix responded to a do lodge there. And first one here they had or say the attempt for the CJ to say as the process no buying the share train manipulating your man. I don't know about
him fan ma me cancer. Say buying the share tree. Wo kwa wi akwa kutre na so adaya na wo ka. Because the statement in your no be, be there's nowhere. So one kasa we infer, we are in friends be fine. One interpretation fine. Here as my yakano, and your mammy no, a time with time no, no why your time when near Breno and in a for Nadeka. And your emotions. She raised 6 critical important things. What's it back on the other petition no cry by no, Yenino. Yemye huno obi mabebo kwadu ama kwasi twumnom wati management team say yenye miso maba say mami hu say kwabna sechi sampan na do ba e de asem ne ba ye hu nipa na musi no
is it raining
osi na lawyer fo a edima no wo pekwampo no madi nkomo ama ye bisansem a no na ne ya what he has to say, what can the offer BNI? A yawa will fair moon into be a co BNI. What Kaiser and a ho ya, me boy. Share baby, me papa, Sabi, will be a Chinese sikai, a will chop baby as a kuno. Miss Wan Maquatra, me diffufu. Ufi said, me koha, me yao no, menkai. Which is a menkai?
Obekai.
Okay, or no, or Remois, search is a search, you know. What the how the airport there by young fat?
What airport quite invasive?
What the airport there, airport one is search, you know. Apart from so be page answer, say Bibian blink or one. I will move more.
Almost anything different from page answer.
Almost share the bag, money, the new man, new menu.
The bag, Musay. Let's say maybe I honor you.
What's your uniform? What's your uniform?
Yes, I question had the phone here day.
Your uniform now.
Oh, here at the Bebreno.
What's at the basse? Or no casa as some process in one seven. A be our court. Despite that, you know, one more coso. Or come a young Yayati, as I say, and Crawford let's say, on sea form. No munchasem no so.
What's the advice?
Or see, Musso or no say, munchasem no so. The messy form.
Oh, how?
Yes, and the how. And I'm using him the echo. Muyanya Kofasha said, near the Baba to
advice no be
Charlotte said, one of the petition, one of the Baba,
new government, my friend, won't see from. Maybe personal advice. And only just obey. Yes, because obey threaten
among loved ones.
Now, Obi, make him my baby as a.
So, see, any I buy an air.
Was it Ebinum?
movie ma kuka kutre no a ebe so so madaye o obi enti de ekoso no eye otan de eyamiya eye nipa ye wo mayimu a yakaya no atum yakaya no atum nana ya wo so ye feminine advocate, female advocate, women advocate. I'm kaya. What you TV na chief justice why
through process there was no problem.
Yes why.
Obinti oba
say what you are repeat you the back two kwai tuama no.
Me man ka bi what is am ka bi man.
What can I say here?
Ka me so one ne ba ni two kwai.
Tuama
no me say yes a chain
or returning.
Na obi so returning you.
The process is even wrong.
So returning you. So returning you.
Time I watching one sign voucher.
So returning you. So returning you. Why and a year
money feeling guilt or you guilty more so
na ya misro wo kasa me yedi why and when a year share no man oh mama wiase nyina hu ni clearly say otwini mutan a mu beyi no me papa osisam odwan a obepem no ye twitwa na mabɛn osu twa ne mene kura no a odi ne konsin bɛkɔ akɔpem osisa adwan ye kuniwe ebi na moye no moye ni chinchina atwan if you say hwe President Mahama no ye candidate okogina NDC a lawyer for anim o see Supreme Court, Appeals Court, High Court, Circuit Court, Magistrate Court, court ni nyinara judiciary no e say page no ne page no a ye defiri soro. Into what by now ye we are me sampai. Meaning say wutri mu po and wa boss will be yima me no. On senra when ye jena mosquito e de isi there abeto aso. Woma gender no ma hihye no. Na on my way say said the buy ye binum nya no kan ye. At sankrofo na me expect say no mbeka bi no bia ye din no. A honor the hypocrisy and unprincipledness no a war. A dear pan why some beguna numase. Night say shame on our democracy. A young new woman of mine no. Na yo he sexy unim
Ananaya Kasim said this is a constitutional process. I was say will go through. As long as there is no breach in that process, no. Why complain?
Or she won't go through. Okay. She's going through it.
Yes, see why the
na and she say Obi. Yeah, Bobo. Process ni say Refurbishment finfi. 11 aside. Your assistant referees. So yeah, Bobo no. That's a referee no infringements. Aye glare infringement. Na oye nyama bo ni timi tra ni akoye bam no ayi nani a enti wo no a wo ye opposing na say defending team na di do no wonka ho hwe
obekasa
yeso wan kasa otri ho ayi bone eye ni de ye you say you wan you say blade o say the modi yi muti your friends saying say kata na di yo ye you na mum me top yojo emfata me enti me tra ho na se yi me top yojo a na man kasa ho a obeka so oh baba no you enti mon kasa ho ne boni awaye no ne boni awaye ne se ade na mo de me famu no sei na mo ye me na nya me de Obi ni lawyer from po beka bia mama wo mo kwan enti na wi na ya no mo expect say onko ka sem no wo hen na ya ne me bisa president no
enye president abedi petition bebre no
enti asem no am di no
this is a press conference
the laymen of desecration
me pa cho say baba yi uti no onyini ya begina bonten ka say ye wiase mu nhwe baba nyimi ti ye
na say that right no say obaba ye press conference no say she reserves that right.
I am not saying is it the right way to
Obi mami nkama asem o.
What impact will that give
Obi mami nkama asem.
Ana
Mami nkama asem. Edie na mami no waye.
Ba ye sin nsuo na tona no den frama wo mu pa nje se wutie me a me pa chaw avoid trees in the menko we nnua ase and say baby a billboards any ade ewo because they beat me edane ebo wo car as well. I hear a storm and some from a woman no edin and please take note so wo office na say unye we aka ho kakra ma no mrase ansana wapie ababese akofie enti mo nhya ne nso ema
ya oni wane yampon enti edie na chief justice why wo ya ne de kototo asem bi ho na the limits of justification na minyaye efi lawyer bia no say wo mo e wo panel no so no emienu bi eye the colleagues e Supreme Court. Yes. Does that matter? And then the church of woman no do no. I know mo penasem. Obi, we are sure say multimedia wo hey, obi an yen dey say we obi.
Enko fa confusion.
Waji udi.
Sampan ko fa confusion my British man. Ko fa confusion bi ama.
We are sure say obi an be pass.
Ha me example.
Inti don't let us say the fact say poor man any obi the for what to know penasem. No, yenya adwuma da o. Ya adwuma da me did teacher 30 years.
And our names are was 32.
Na say be did teacher 30 years.
Ya wo nim say sin egu ni
30 no ni no 30.
O say 36 no be count.
O say bonzu. Philip. Obi. Hwe. Ma menasem a oka. Enya ne person no ne discuss you. Enye no ene say discuss said the NDC for no eye no the substance of the matter abo achiribne unse no hofe pa na ne poison no ene man hu yehu
chimne de cobra
chiribne cobra and a prem no tribune a venomous viper and a cobra na primary no tribune no half a year into the content. What is the issues? Why are we ignoring those issues? Is it right to say the lawyers were bedina access ana? Is it right to say Nebusha phobi nikunu ne yire nikunu ne ba ebeja no yamo muntie bia na? Is it right say asema or contesting some legalities an injunction will be soon? Is it right say secret hearing no ebeko so ana? Is it right to say okay baby edu lodge ho de personal ebi ayentimi for legality but on grounds of compassion obi baby a wodofo bebe wuada no wonkotra ho mo dance da. Oh yes, say be kai pa wo kai say ye kwan no ne ho ayeye eso hia side ho no wo kai accident bi si manipa be 36 ewi wo ho. We are sure say until say wo ye kwan no president kufo ye ho kwan no sa particular thing no reconfiguration in as for redesign bam to hu ye no we are sure say family members na no mo ho no e drew maybe no mo drew ha wo mo say junso kra de wo mo wo mo be park wo mo car wo so mo junso ho ebe trigger bibi e do yaw bi ebe ma wo enti ma on kasa asem no onye nipa on Philippine
obi na me fa no ko bia na nkoye adwuma
on Philippine
say ho ye enclose ho do bia ye nchehye obi awuo ho
enye wa aso wo nine na adu say sane
I'm saying say
aso wo nine na adu say sane
o ntimi ko bia na
to me anyway
enye to me as a
power a transient
my dear boy say
maximum of 4 years
it's got nothing to do with power.
Maximum 4 years Maximum 4 years.
What has this got to do with power?
Nti je so mo win about Ghana. You fa Ghana nchemu. You fa nchemu. You fa Ghana nchemu this for no. Sesa mo ya nema basa termination revocation. Mo for mo chinkrofo by heart and this for no because na we na mo nya bia na no nti no. Mo fi say do manage achem.
Hwe masa.
Anya bia no you were about 41% plus of Ghanaians that were 1% mo beba be ye.
Obi mbesem ka tell.
Mamino Chief Justice asem no. Ma yemfa your emotions no.
Any emotions asem.
Any your time no your time no. Any yem penas ma yem penasem no. Any your near brain no. Any dey can. Content of what you stated. No, it was right. Asem we say who be ka say Chief Justice obeka ade no anko charge. No be kind of media. Now, Dominica Yenine, OSP, Office of Special Mwami and I'm the friends saying.
Ajabin.
And yet, media no mujina a bunker for reaching for wedding crofasm.
Two different things.
Two different things.
Yes.
Cotton and budget.
Cotton,
for special prosecutor, ne Emrana mandate say. On engage public na brano.
Okay.
Who status of investigation?
Okay.
Yes.
Na attorney general.
That one there I don't know.
Inti adenti e what the ombeka ye.
Obi
na toko nu de okana chamo a enye. Na abeka say omuade. Ubeka say omuade. Me say enye ni substance no a enye ni person no. Substance no a content of what she's talking about no enu na yeka ho asem enti the what say nyina about 6 important things no putting out there no emu de hen na enye no kre emu de hen no aha na ni aka enti emfata say obenya protection bi ana say oko ne be search no edi ni nsa na na ya te ha say yemfa nsa nhye no do mu ehwehwe na ase enti nkanye da do kanye sa waka say ngro no waka say ngro
me say utese me ka
enti obi eto da bia ma yemfa nsam no enko
human rights
yemfa nko that level na momon kai hunu say power e transfer
when your power asem constitution ne
said there nantwie ni dua no anka ni sisi achi no konfo no a ye twa ye no de aye bodua no onka se anka ni nsem
obi unimade
yes finally no
mama me nchira eja
obi
John Dallas Texas
so yet before kasa say na very sad because it's not yes you equalize you but I send you almost a tank of when you wukrum ha they are the people who introduce civil servants you already MPP for 2017 the second MPP to 2024 do you know the kind of civil servants or lose or jobs oh why ni akofo bi abet now so now your ma promotion besides say you kase anti saba kase ye mani kunu ma ho a constitution ni say ade ye nyen den enye in camera mean say den won't mean fan cop onya fan cop public ni kunu no onye member of the public otemase ni kunu nua na wode na ekọ ho no onye member of the public you see in camera and besides omo ho nyina are concerned about her. I hear say judges na ewo mu no kwa na see empe ba bi e be comfortable because of who she is. So because of who you are na ba be yes anema we ya say enye fe because nsema wo keke mu bie ni ho a wo lawyer wo so ntimi ne nkasa wo lawyer no free ho a ntimi ne nkasa
yenko di fie nkomo I say ye can sem no or court to them we me nya court to them ye ko fie akaka no ho
me bisa say o se lawyer the lawyer no ntimi ne nkasa and as a lawyer ntimi nkasa on her behalf there are two different things say the lawyer ntimi nkasa on her behalf no conditions no e prescribe say the lawyer na kasa on her behalf there na and say see ehwe but it's also ntimi no lawyer nkasa. So what situation mu bukra so das ye prema lawyer nkasa obi mpajo ntimi mfre wo lawyer when you leave there and more points otemase inti no meniema wakeka ni nyina de pa na ye breach say mo obi nso ni mu because we so precious say obi ntimi enso ni mu me bi so asem obi na mere mpese mi hu no so obi ntimi nkasa o ye hwe de wo ho ne bone ne de yenya hwe ayi ha bi se de bia me kokumase na me fa plane so omo seche o wa fa de no mawi om de om nsakso om me kwa na me ka che om se me mpe oba om ma mbe ma because o se na ne me kokoso no ba suso om a different matter nti ana me prefer say be so no seche o dia o ye be ma na oba no okitachi oba bi sa and this time ne me koso no ye different so ultimately na ukwa ye seche o ye seche wa seche oba bia is it not the same thing menya sure so mu ye bibi extraordinary bia e be tanani okay madam bi oba agum ne emfa ayi ni nshem na pepe maybe o ye dada ba maybe onim se ne bi kro oti o nko ba bia ya ye ne sa but utu kwan a oba agnam sensem because it may be a honor and you're meant for that kind of thing to sense and no crying a biniho. So just see what is in your bag. Just about your obi say woko now the to bag na kotina crofeni na committee suicide. Why na responsible? Your safety is key. Because the way I wo your near me now see me court, now see me call has to be say in the say ukrampo binim na fe wo hwa na o ma hwewa na wawura maybe kwa kutatio de kokun ho wo it is a problem. In the ensure bagam ni ensure de ewom one kasa with safety and so say bone and no abuse of human rights. Obi me who say abuse of human rights see hwehwe bagam. See nti ofie ya no de ne bag si wa ne man hwehwem. So wo bank girls on be hwehwe bagam ahwedi wo mo boys on be hwehwem. Bag mu hwehwe enya abuse of human rights. So me ade ne menti obi hwe ade na abinding you menti ase so oye chief justice inti anasa wo ye Ghana ninti anasa wo ye oba because in some work ni nya me who breach be of human rights obi mba cho ye lawyer ni chem de ye breach oso onim ni pakro petition no ti anu okoko tapenda ne din be na no de ko onim ni pakro chiro petition
one of the company Shining Star no search at the registrar general I said they are not even registered in Ghana. What it then means they say as a body corporate, Ghanaian, so they cannot petition for the removal of a chief justice. It's one of the issues we're raising.
Okay, into a huge mono. So, baby, so more question. Do you get me? Are you telling me, sir, as chief justice sits there as a lawyer with her peers? Sir, as Shining Star, you on Tiasia, on yano. Oh, Musa, or Musa, me, I didn't call parliament. I see a interrogate me or parliament. Yes, me can't tell me president me koye parliamentary select committee they interrogated me ombusa me question me no yade me free ho man ho hwe ne yade me to aso ne yade me to aso ne yade me to aso de be see be save me any forensic audit I need the Ghana paper down what you say when you meet such a committee somebody petition parliament and they put me through the process and they ask you question I also ask you question it is awful say Shining Star and yes, the popularity you been a person or ye be na person we are Shining Star will be so almost a Shining Star with free him. Omu they should be able to tell you say Shining Star. Now so a busa back. Say me koshi shemu na ABCD. Me a lawyer.
No busa. Woman man answer this more no.
Media.
I
see some popularity even no baby. I see so just sympathy for Ghana for so ko can some media.
Who sympathy and why sympathy?
Me sympathy be am dey.
You don't say so the person.
Na me nya Ghana ni. So me Ghana ni ba e bi no mo ho open sympathy from 38 no. Maybe ho no open sympathy free. What am I say? Sade na oye ne dey enye fe as a leader. Bibi ba wo dey akokodro jam no. Na wa go through process no. Say na ebesie bia no eba na aba. Na wa hwe wo second level. Wa wo plan B. E dey na wo kwampo e bia wo wie krampo a wo hu so hu. Na ebi no mo hwa ya mfo ma anye ye bewie na ba bia de ne nam krampo no enye nyame anko obewu.
Na ya jantoa ene ye chain nka no ye de abesi se
wawie na me hwe eda betan radio so ana TV so aka say oye advocacy for women rights
na de me pacho obi oba obi pese me bisa wo say oba pacho say so oba ekum nipa ye mfa nko prison because of women rights
obi an cancer obi an cancer what ha no what ha na ya jantoa
na constitution
since study radio TV anytime ya catch justice with Charlotte say no
personal issue there
ni personal
issue for that's what needs for
propaganda asema pese me chew ne say wo your ba na sa asem ba you we ya ye je no
uti ha justify Charlotte say asem eno enye petition
Charlotte ba ye okasa ye
enye na ndey for obi a won style
obi kasem bi che
obi a ni style
yes wo call ayi flash house at that time obi bisa ne say wo dressing ni na wo de bedi ayi fe ni say easy pese me body and no pay
why na kai
Captain Smart me nkotu no Captain Smart na ka kire me
no pay ya Captain Smart say Captain Smart
anaya
they probi mo aka sem wetie na Smart say Captain Smart
o se okono na kan me boa
anaya ajantoa
yes oko ho
yes because this is the Captain Smart na mo do mo ebe ye point